Businesses have had a massive impact on society in recent years through the economic crisis and resulting recession. Banks and credit rating agencies failed in their responsibilities and acted recklessly to secure short-term profits at the cost of long-term stability. This caused serious damage to most countries' economies, and the effects are still being felt today. UK unemployment increased from 5% to 7.6% in just 2 years between December 2007 and 2009, and continued to rise further in the following years. This shows the massive impact that businesses can have on society when they do not operate responsibly. There is also a knock-on effect on public services. As tax revenues fell, governments had to cut back on their spending. This has led to huge cuts in benefits and other social services, which in turn have reduced millions of people's quality of life. The situation should never have occurred, as not only did it harm consumers, it also did great damage to the banks, with several going bankrupt and many more needed bailed out by their governments. Businesses acted in this way as they were highly incentivized by short-term financial rewards. If firms were properly regulated both by their own management and external regulators, then the crisis would have been prevented.
In MDP, we learned about corporate social responsibility, or CSR. The World Business Council for Sustainable Development, in its publication Making Good Business Sense, was by Lord Home and Richard Watts, used the following definition. Corporate social responsibility is the continuing commitment by business to behave ethically and contribute to economic development while improving the quality of life and the workforce and their families, as well as the local community and society at large. It is argued that this forms the basis for ethics in large companies. Some people do not agree with the system because whilst money is often given to charities because of the system, companies advertise that they do this and will make a larger profit, therefore encouraging corporate greed. For example, Starbucks, who is considered a very unethical company since it is known to avoid paying millions of pounds in tax in the UK each year, practices CSR. In 2012, Starbucks was ranked Fortune's magazine's 5th most socially responsible company, and whilst it could be argued that they deserve this title since they work hard to ensure that their coffee comes from fair, reliable and ethical sources, although they support Ethos Water, a charity that supplies clean water to more than 1 billion people. In the coffee industry in particular, huge losses can be made if a company does not use ethical sources for its coffee, as it is something that many consumers are aware of. It could then be argued that Starbucks are aware of this and that this is what they choose to use fair trade sources to gain more profit. However, whilst this may be the case, companies that obey CSR do a lot of good work helping to solve poverty and other problems all over the world.
Apart from the financial sheet, one of the most important signs of a successful company are the ethics of the business. No matter what the size, industry or location of the firm, in modern times, good business ethics have become an expected practice. Business ethics include moral principles that influence the decisions of a firm. These principles are similar to the moral principles that determine how an individual should behave. Ethical decision-making at its core represents the ability to recognize a right from a wrong decision and opt for the right one. Decisions made for ethical reasons can benefit the company as they contribute to a socially responsible corporate image and reputation, which is highly regarded in society and by consumers. Trust plays a crucial role when establishing an ethical business. Trust between the business and its suppliers, customers and employees determines the sustainability of the business's ethical reputation. There are a range of benefits to ethical business behavior. One benefit is that businesses are more likely to avoid legal action in their practices if they are ethical. Another is that an ethical reputation could lead to an increase in profits, as customers value businesses that demonstrate corporate social responsibility over those who do not. The business will also benefit from a lower employee turnover, as employees support the ethical nature of the business. This positivity among the workforce could lead to an increase in productivity and improved work relations.